Hello, Virgo. Do you feel like you're being pranked by the universe? Feel like life is just making a big joke out of you right now? Well, do not to worry. It is a guten prank. It is a good prank. Jim, for all of his life, always pranked Dwight. But eventually, these two became friends. And Jim became Dwight's bestest Schmensch. His best man. And for his wedding, for his bachelor party, right, Jim decided to do only guten pranks. Only good pranks. That would make Dwight feel good. That would make Dwight's life better. And that is what's happening here. Dwight thought he was gonna get hit in the head with a bazooka. He's gonna get whacked. But Dwight ended up being the one that is doing the whacking. He ended up being the one firing the bazooka. So, it may seem like the universe is pranking you, but do not worry. It is a guten prank. So how weird is that? This card popped up for Taurus as well, for the Taurus reading. Cool. Alright, we're talking about guten pranks. Strength. Just hold out a little longer. I don't know what the Seven of Cups is trying to say though. So I'm going to read a little bit from the Seven of Cups. I'm having trouble finding it. But I found it finally. So many options, huh? Daydreaming, fantasy, decision fatigue, illusions. Like Dwight thinking things were a certain way, but they ended up being different. Fantasy, huh? The Fool is offered a dazzling array of choices, some leading to fame, power, wealth, and others to love, joy, and life's simple pleasures. Each has its own allure, so she finds herself lost in those daydreams. Interesting, wondering which one is the right choice. Wishing and hoping without actually taking any action. She must truly know herself and apply a healthy dose of reason in order to turn fantasy into reality. Yeah, the Taurus reading, just because this reminded me of it, was all about Taurus asking themselves what it is they want, right? Not listening to what others say, but what it is you want. If you are not happy with how things are going, then do something about it. Change it. But change it because you wanted to, not because other people are telling you to. Or vice versa. If people are telling you to change something that you decided was stupid, but you don't feel that way, then you listen to yourself. Right? Strength. That is strength for sure. Cool, look at this. 5, 6, 7. 5, 6, 7, 8. Progress. There's another 8 here. But yes, that takes strength. I just like I said in Taurus at the end of the reading, I said Naruto, right? Since he was a child, he said he was going to become Hokage, and everybody laughed at him. Everybody ridiculed him but he didn't care. He wanted to be Hokage, and he didn't care what everybody else said. He did it because he wanted to. And he ended up becoming Hokage, and it takes strength to not let other people telling you that something that you want to do is stupid, and then you not taking action on it because everybody else said that it was stupid. But if you don't think it's stupid, go for it. Just like Luffy wants to be king of the pirates. Right? Everybody's telling him that he's doing dumb and he's not going to do that, but he doesn't care what they say. He wants to be king of the pirates, so he is going to be king of the pirates. And that is strength. Silence. Oh, wow. So many parallels to the Taurus reading. They did not get silence, but I definitely talked about science as well. They got the Ace of Clouds here in this one. So maybe that's the other half. And the Ace of Clouds was like the potential of your mind, and the potential can only be seen in silence. Interesting. You can't listen to yourself if you aren't in silence. There's a lot of noise around you. It's kind of hard to listen to yourself. Full moon reminds me of the full moon that just happened. They are also full. Participation, 4 of Wands. They're participating together now, even though they spent a lot of time fighting. But it feels like you and yourself, right? If you aren't listening to yourself, you're listening to all of these other options that people keep telling you that you should or shouldn't do. Well, you're not letting yourself participate if you keep listening to other people. Or okay, this is 5, 6, 7 again, right? 17, but 5, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7 is also there. 4. Maybe there's 4 people involved. Silence. The bazooka is pointing right towards this 4 of Wands. And interesting, that's cool. If you look around, red, right? Kind of like when you shoot a bazooka and it blows up. But everything is blowing up around them. And within this group of 4, there is silence. So imagine being with people to where, even if the whole world is burning down, that you are still right at home. That's what everyone deserves. I want to read the silence so that you know what you need to embody or look for to get what you have always deserved. Silence. This card says, the silent, mirror-like receptiveness of a star-filled night with a full moon is reflected in the misty lake below. The face in the sky is deep in meditation, a goddess of the night who brings depth, peace, and understanding. Now is a very precious time. It will be easy for you to rest inside, to plumb the depths of your own inner silence to the point where it meets the silence of the universe. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go, and the quality of your inner silence permeates everything you do. It might make some people uncomfortable, accustomed as they are to all the noise and activity of the world. Never mind, seek out those who can resonate with your silence or enjoy your aloneness. Now is the time to come home to yourself. Interesting. Yeah, these people feel like home right here. The understanding and insights that come to you in these moments will be manifested later on in a more outgoing phase of your life. Nice. Guten Tag. Even if everything else is blowing up, you're still in good times. So be around those that can be with you in your silence. Priestess, that's the one within. That was interesting. Look at that. That's the same woman. Same, but same. Not different. Cool. This tusk remind me of this kind of for some reason, so that's kind of cool. Who's the priestess with? Work. 3 of discs. What works, what doesn't work? Takes strength to make something work. It takes cooperation, participation to make something work, to make relationships work, for sure. There's arguing, and then there's like debating, right? There's fighting, and then there's seeing both each other's points of view and trying to make things work. Participation. It can't just be one way. It's gotta be both ways. Both people's ways. 2. Same with Jim and Dwight. Imagine only one of them got their way. No, they both must get their way. Listen to your inner silence. And I don't feel like saying much else. So we're gonna get some final words from the Office Oracle deck. This is my creation and I'm very proud. Number 31. Chaos. Chaos. Interesting. You're seeing some chaotic. This is interesting though. I'm just gonna read the quote from Nelly. I think that's all that needs to be said about this card. She says, I walked right into a job for which I was ill-prepared, ill-suited, and somebody else already had, and I got it. Anything can happen to anyone. It's just random. Anything can happen to anyone. It's just random. Okay, words are powerful. Words say a lot. And if the actions don't follow, a lot of 3s. 7, 8. Things are progressing though. Participation. It's like all the pieces fit together in a puzzle. All of the pieces. All of the pieces. Pieces of pie. Make the pie. Strength. Powerful words. Thank you for being here, Virgo. I hope something here helped. If it did, please help me as well by liking this video, commenting if you'd like. Tell me something fun about yourself. And subscribe if you want to keep hanging out. I wouldn't mind having more friends. Thank you. I hope to see you in the next one.